Welcome to Pull a Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But I promise you, we can give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim,
And I'm Nate. And let's pull the pin.
already.
No, see, that would work out good. I can
Yeah,
just do it. I can just do it. We don't
there
gotta
you
do it
go.
in sync.
That is better because I talk too damn much anyway. So you got to take some of this conversation. That's why I need to eat and drink during episodes, is because I'm dry mouth and I talk too much. But anyways, welcome back, Nate. Appreciate you. And all of you out there watching. I know there's people out there watching. I'm curious about like our BitChute. BitChute, I told you, is more of a worldwide thing, but there's a lot of views there. I think we already talked about it. Most of them are probably the FBI and stuff.
Probably.
But
I was watching something. I forgot what it was, and I forget what they were talking about. But like, yeah, catch us on BitChute. I'm like, hey, that's where we're at.
yeah. Well, I do that because BitChute was a like a peer-to-peer site, so they definitely can't take you down and censor you. That's what the backup was. It's not like I really follow much on BitChute. I want to, you know what I mean? It's just a fail-safe, so they can't take our stuff down, which could be good. It could be bad. You know what I mean? Because if you say something you don't want to say, it's hard to undelete that. You know what I mean? Or
Oh
delete
yeah,
it. So
undeleted.
I'm not undelete. Delete it. It's hard to delete it if it's already out on the public. You know. Anyway, so this is a War Room episode where we talk about headlines and we talk about them from our perspectives, whether we've read or not read the article. Chances are we haven't, because we know you haven't. You're busy people. We get it. We get that you're busy. You'll read an article or hear something, and then you'll get your feelings involved, get all emotional, and you'll make some reference or inference from the article. But we're going to do that for you. And why you needed to listen to us is because what, Nate?
We're just average veterans. We've been around the world and we know everything.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I want to caveat on that. And when Nate says average veterans, or when we say average veterans on the show, we don't just mean we're just nobodies. It just means we're not instant clout like special forces, guys like that, which are really great at their job, but half the time they don't even have to know how to tie their shoes. And people are like, oh, you were an SF? You were this? Let's give you a TV contract. You know what I mean? Like, so those people probably get caught up in a little bit more than I don't want to say politics. I don't think those guys are political, right? You wouldn't think so. They're more private than political.
We're better than SF. We're cross pistols.
Right. But you get what I'm saying is we have to live in this world. We don't get to just be elite and walk around like we're celebrities. So that's why we give our opinions from that
Oh, I can't.
perspective.
I guess I better stop.
Yeah, well, you're a celebrity on this show because everybody knows
Yes.
Nate. I mean, Johnny and Christine, like we have to mention them every episode now, right? They know Nate. They know. I'm sure they're probably wondering, all about what Nate does with his free time.
They're probably wondering where our first headline is, and here it is.
Oh, there you go. What do you go? Hollywood Studios. Wow, some more stuff. Hollywood Studios says actors walked away from 1 billion in gains before historic strike.
I don't even know they're striking for, so I really don't care.
That's kind of why this headline's here. I mean, we just last episode talked about Disney's Snow White, the woke crap
Oh
that they're
yeah, yeah.
producing, and they're making no money. So if these are the writers that are making these stories, then they need to go on strike. We need to just let AI do all the rest. And that's the real truth of it. Let's be honest. These people don't have leverage anymore. Writers are appreciated, and I love a good story, but you're becoming obsolete. So I don't know if you should stand up, beat your chest, and complain about anything. You need to just prove your value and stop complaining.
I hadn't think about that. I can just type in a title, and AI will spit me out a whole story, huh?
Yeah. And I told you this before. I don't know if I told you this, but I read some thing years ago about how to write a best-selling novel or something. I ever tell you that? I'm going to tell everybody so you can all go out and write best-selling novels and sell them to people. What they talked about is what you do is you take a highly profitable novel in the last 5 to 10 years and you strip it down to its table of contents, right? So the whole story, you strip it down and you change every aspect you can. For example, if it happened out in the frontier, you make it space. Or if it happened in space, you make it about farms. If it, you just strip it down and you basically rewrite the story with a different environment or characters. And then people will buy it. Because it's
Sweet.
the story that sells.
Well, one, I hate reading and writing, so I'm not going to be a
Yeah,
novel
me too.
on book writer, whatever you want to call them. But yeah,
That's why you don't read the articles. But yes, I get it.
yeah. I don't even read the headlines most of the time. You read them for me, so
Yeah, but so I mean, like I said, so these writers, I just don't know. It's almost like the basketball players that you hear complaining and whining about. How am I going to feed my kids? Like whatever, dude. People are going to get tired of hearing it. I don't
yeah.
know why you're striking. I don't know why your movies aren't making money. And you're worthless. I don't want to say worthless, but you're not a teacher. You're not a fireman. You're not somebody that contributes to society in a way that we need you. We just need entertainment. It doesn't have to be you. So I would probably shut up and take what you can get and be happy with it. But then again, I don't even know why they're striking. So we can move on.
All right.
Coast Guard. Yay, Coast Guard. Coast Guard captures 158 million in drugs from 3 ships in the Pacific Ocean. Were they U.S. carriers?
In their lifetime or last week or in one stop. I mean,
There's a lot of context missing here, but
yeah. But
Coast-
anyways,
ahead.
anyways, that shows there's drugs coming in from all around the country, not just the southern border. Now they're coming in from the western border. You know, California needs to close their border from the Pacific Ocean. That's what needs to happen.
Oh, they're coming through Washington. They're just not charging anybody. That's why. We don't have a high incarceration rate in Washington. We take the drugs in, we send them down to Oregon, and they arrest them, or they
Right.
they live in the chop zone, and everything's good. But I mean, like kudos for the Coast Guard.
Yeah, I
Coast
was gonna say the
gets
same
a bad
thing.
rap.
Good job, Coast Guard, for doing.
They get a
getting it
bad
out.
rap. 'Cause
Yeah.
even people try to think, oh, they're a branch of the military. I don't ever look at them that way.
Well, they're not part of DOD.
Right. I look at them as more of a security force for our borders. Like more of a police force kind of thing.
What do
But
they call them?
I do admire them.
Shallow water sailors.
Right, there you go. Guys with the anchor still in the dock, right? But like I said, I mean, kudos for them. They're doing some work. They're doing some good work, and I appreciate them. 158 million in drugs. What is that, like 3 fentanyl bags now? I mean, I don't know. What is that?
3 fentanyl pills, maybe. Each ship had 1 fentanyl pill on it, and they found it.
Right, but I mean, like, I mean, I guess you should have read the article, but I'd love to see what the 3 ships were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why my first comment was: were they military ships from the government?
The USS.
USS Biden,
Yeah.
the USS Hunter, and then the USS rest of my family. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna
That's
USS to the next.
Yeah. all right.
This might be his short.
We'll float over to this one and fly in for Air Force Colonel on video. Stop hiring middle-aged white dudes.
Yeah, why are you hiring middle-aged white dudes? You gotta hire the young white dudes so they have a longer career. Duh. I mean, come on. That's like the politician saying, "We are tired of these old white men in office," and then
They all vote for the old white man.
like, come on, you guys are stupid. You say you don't want the old white man in office, and then your party nominates the old white man to run for your party. I mean,
Well, but even like just break it down. Like what do you not understand of how racist this is? Like, are you doing this to fight racism?
This is not racist. This is ageist.
Well, it's ageist and racist because it's white dudes. Like, I mean, like seriously, like when do you not think this? Like, if you had something to stand on, like we always talk about.
You think they have a recruiting problem now? Imagine if they didn't hire middle-aged white dudes. How bad the recruiting problem? These are guys that can make it in. I mean, what the hell?
It's just it's to think that, like that's what I said. It just blows my mind that you literally don't realize what's coming out of your mouth when you say crap like this.
And I think what's middle-aged? Like I consider us middle-aged, right?
Yeah,
We're too old. We're too old to join the military. So who the hell are they hiring? What's middle-aged to this colonel? How old is this colonel?
And you know what it's about. It's about like he's at the end of his career. So it's like, then we need to do this to fix the military. We need to do this because it's not going to affect me. You know what I mean? That's what these people are all about. Just like we talked about, I know we brought up before about the, paying more taxes and free college stuff. These people, all they do is virtue signal and spend other people's money. And they put standards on other people. We know Congress has been doing that for years, like Obamacare. They don't get Obamacare. So they're going to pass Obamacare to make you use it, but they don't get it. So I don't, it's very hard to take anybody serious that doesn't use exactly what they're implementing. That should be like mandatory. Like even these climate people, I seen it just the other day. I was watching a hilarious video of three people sitting in the road fighting climate change against the gasoline, whatever, and people are pissed off. Now, there's two schools of thoughts with this, right? People are mad because they're blocking the thing, but I believe in protest. I believe in that. But these people are wearing, these nice clothes that are made with fossil fuels and probably China, and you know what I mean. So they're hypocrites. So I don't think you should have. Well, I don't want to say you shouldn't have a voice, but I think if you're going to be one of these activists, you should give it up first. Like, I don't mind being lectured by a vegan who's a vegan. You know what I mean? But
Oh
I will not be getting lectured by somebody who's not a vegan about veganism. And I guess you can say that, relate
Or
that
that
to,
you should buy an electric car, but I don't have one. So, but we
right.
gotta fix our.
The slippery slope of that is, I don't want to go too far with that because then you can always use the same thing like an abortion. Well, then men wouldn't be able to speak about abortion. But yet men actually contribute to that child. So there is an invested interest. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still speak on stuff that is not in your realm, but it's hard to tell somebody not to do something while you're doing it. Like, I could tell people, smoking's bad for you. You really shouldn't smoke. I don't think we should have vape shops every second corner because I don't do that stuff. But I can't tell you not to do it. I mean, I say you shouldn't do it because it's bad for you, but I don't know. It's a slippery slope, but I just think these people these people need to stop. They just need to stop the virtue signaling. So middle-aged white dudes, keep applying, keep going. Eventually this colonel will be kicked out. He's Air Force colonel anyway. What the hell does he know? He probably been called Bob all his life anyway.
But what I like is this middle-aged black dude right here.
Oh, yeah. NBA legend Charles Barkley calls Bud Light boycotters rednecks a-holes.
He's probably one of my favorite commentators. I actually like him as a basketball player too. You don't care what you think. He's going to tell you what he thinks and
Yep.
what he feels, and that's it. If you don't like it, oh well, move on.
Well, yeah, I like that about him. And did I ever tell you that when I worked for TSA, I scanned his shoes?
Did you?
Yeah, they're like, dude, this big. They're like huge. I was like, I ain't never seen shoes that big. I had to scan his shoes, yeah. But I wasn't one of those. No, I wasn't. Well, he was there, but I wasn't one of those groupies. I don't do that stuff. And you see stupid people chasing down celebrities in the airport in uniform, and I'm like, I'm way more professional than that. But anyways, it wasn't like I cared anyway. But it was just a story to tell because I had an interaction. But I do like Barkley because he does. He doesn't play games. He calls it how it is, and he's made comments about stuff that needs to be said. This thing, I think they showed the video. He sounded like he was drunk. So I don't know what that was all about. I'd love to see a follow-up on this because I don't really know what he has to gain on this. Like, if his stance is it's just beer, I get it, but that's not usually what you hear from him. So I'm a little confused by his stance right here and why he would attack rednecks and a-holes when it's more than rednecks and a-holes.
Well, he's just calling boycotters rednecks and a-holes. That's
right.
You don't care what you are, but if you're doing it, you're a redneck or an a-hole.
So
you're either one or the other, or you could be both.
Boycotts.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of other names you can put in there, though, because boycotts are done by all kinds of people.
Yeah, but assholes covers it all.
It covers probably most of them, but
yeah, I mean that's just his opinion on the person who's doing it. You know what I mean?
Redneck sounds a little personal.
That sounds racist.
I don't want to say that because but yeah,
Can black people be rednecks though? They got redneck black people.
There's story behind that's where they started. That's where this culture, that ghetto style culture, came from, the southern redneck communities.
Oh,
yep. That's what they say about the history of that. But anyways, whatever. I hope that this is a follow up in this. I don't know if he'll get any traction, but
he says stuff I don't agree with. He says stuff I agree with. Whatever. It's Charles Barkley. That's just the way he is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I like him as a person, so I'm not going to throw him under the bus for this comment, which is not what the other side does. Other side, I don't really know what the other side is. Not what most of the people do now. They'll just take one comment and throw you under the bus and call you some sort of
not like you anymore at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I'd like to see what he really means by that, and I'd like to hear him say it sober. So yeah,
you're assuming he was drunk. You were not there.
Yeah, no, I saw the video and I think he was drunk. But
was there a beer in his hand?
Oh yeah.
What? Oh, okay, never mind then. Don't take him off.
I think he was drunk. But anyways, yeah. So to each his own. Who cares? I've said dumb things drunk too. Don't drink anymore, thank goodness.
How many years you been done now?
Since '92.
I've been done since Saturday.
And you might change that next Saturday, right?
Probably Friday.
Oh, Friday, all right.
Actually, I think probably tomorrow. We're going out for dinner tomorrow, so I'll probably have a drink tomorrow for dinner.
Well, good for you. Just don't show up here drunk, all right? You set a
No,
bad
no.
example.
Yeah,
But you might get some of the stories right,
maybe.
because I almost think there's a whole drunk society out there reading this stuff. But anyways, that is all the time we have for this episode, or the time we're going to give it. We could probably spend all day here if I wanted. No, you couldn't. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming, Nate. First of all, you're the first one I got to thank. And then thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for your like, share, subscribe, comments, all that stuff. Leave a comment, get involved. You're a veteran. Come on, leave your money so we can keep doing this for free. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.